Ah, Phineas and Ferb. Definitely one of my favorite um Disney move Disney shows. I love watching from Disney. So yeah, and I definitely have to do a review of one of my favorite episodes of Phineas and Ferb. And of course, that of course is
Somebody, anybody, everybody, scream! There's squirrels in my pants! That girl's got some serious squirrels in her pants! There's squirrels in my pants!
yes, basically one of my favorite episodes. Basically, the what I call it the most. What I like to call the name of it the most, the Squirrels in My Pants episode, which I can't help but love this episode. It was just very funny. So let's dive straight in, shall we? So we start off this episode with Candace actually in a good mood. If you have seen Phineas and Ferb, then well, of course, you will know that Candace is always, on certain occasions, is always on a good mood. So, Linda, basically their mom, was telling them why she is in a good mood, and Candace's boyfriend Jeremy actually invited her to go to the park with him. And the dad was saying, make sure she's back for a barbecue. Which, barbecue, because they're gonna cook barbecue and watch Kermillian's comet. And basically, the mom, I'm just gonna say the dad, I'm just gonna say it. And the mom basically said, why doesn't Candace bring Jeremy? Or, yeah, Candace bring Jeremy. So, Phineas and Ferb have the idea to actually build kind of a closer kind of place so they can watch Chameleon's comet. And then we get some some Agent P sections, blah blah blah. And then we get to basically the park where Candace is riding on her bike all the way to the park. And once she gets there, she sees. If you have watched Phineas and Ferb, though, if you have seen Phineas and Ferb, you may know about Susie, right? Susie's really not one of my favorite characters in Phineas and Ferb, just because, you know, Jeremy's little sister, because he's always mean towards Candace. Don't know why. And, of course, Candace is not happy about that. So, basically, they're about to eat some pie. Of course, we're about to eat some pie. But, of course, Susie hits a ball into the pie and knocks Candace out straight in the face with the pie. Susie just says some blah 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 stuff to Candace. And then, basically, she gets sprayed in the face with a can now. And then we get a montage of Phineas and Ferb basically building that place. And then, of course, Isabella comes, and basically one of the favorite parts is at the end where you had me at our grandchildren. And then we cut back, of course, to Candace, Jeremy, and Susie, which is Jeremy said, or they're about to go see some street performers, and this is where the song comes in. One of my favorite songs in Phineas and Ferb. So Jeremy goes and gets some snacks, and Candace loses Susie. So Susie actually goes to an old lady and yells at the old lady, which, to be fair, you're not supposed to yell at old people, you know? You're not supposed to yell at old people. That's not nice. Well, anybody in general, but especially not old people you're not supposed to yell at. And basically forces the old lady to give her the nut. So Susie gets a nut and two squirrels, and she hits the nut inside, rings the nut inside of Candace's pants, where the squirrels go after it, and of course, this is where the song comes into the play. The whole time, Candace has squirrels in her pants, and some very sexy, thick moments with Candace. But yeah, Candace is just struggling, and then basically through this whole song segment, Candace just struggles to get the squirrels out of her pants that was launched with a nut, and hitting a boombox with her butt along the way. Like, literally. And just bouncing on it and swinging it back and forth. And yeah. I don't know how long this actually lasts for, but it does last for a long time. And then, eventually, Candace falls down, and the squirrels somehow are living. Somehow the squirrels lived. Now, let me just tell you. These squirrels should have died. These squirrels should have died. These squirrels really should have died. Like if, let's just say, like an actual, like if someone actually, for some in real life, squirrels would most definitely have died. They would have not actually managed to be alive from that. No. Especially Candace hitting her butt on the boombox. Yeah, yes, they were not gonna survive that. This actually is one of the best rapper songs, because most rappers actually do bad, or have bad words inside of their, songs, but for once, like, I don't usually listen to rap songs because most of them have bad words in them. But this was actually pretty good, and they were very shocked that Candace actually had literal squirrels inside of her pants. Like, here's the thing. If they knew that she was actually telling them that she had actual squirrels inside of her pants and did not, like... I do want to come back to this segment, of course, because later on in the episode, this is important, but, like, why do these two not actually help her, right? Like, she's struggling to get, like, she's freaking out because two squirrels got inside of her pants, and yeah. I would definitely believe if somebody in real life actually had that happen to them, too. So basically, we get to Plary in Doofenshmirtz, and he's wearing some steak glasses because, well, he's covering the steak from his black eye from the last visit with Perry. Basically, Doof has stole all the steaks in tri-state area, and basically he said SCU, which he thinks it says school, which it doesn't. And then Perry finds some kind of a nader. And then we cut back once again to the park after Candace wakes up from her dance move segment, which Jeremy says if she stays there with Susie, well, I do go and give her some ice cream. But after what happened, I'm thinking Candace is like, after what I just encountered, I think I would want you stay here and I'd go get the ice cream, which I wouldn't blame her. So, anyway, Susie once again torments Candace by letting her trip onto a ball into the ice cream truck once again, and basically, more squirrels go. Like, first, Candace was just absolutely freaking out because two squirrels were inside of her pants, and now squirrels were going inside of the ice cream thing that she was in. And then, it even makes it worse. Susie actually freaks Candace away with a squirrel, which, jeez. See, this is why I don't like Susie. Meanwhile, we see the Kermillian's comet placed at, basically space, and what, Phineas and Ferb did. And then, of course, Candace sees this and is not happy, of course. And then they drew their faces into the comic, which Candace is not happy about. I mean, literally, Candace. I mean, you had you had 2 squirrels in your butt, so in your pants, and you are just struggling with that. And how can you be mad? Still not be freaked out with that, and still have to deal with Phineas and Ferb. I don't know, but anyway. Doofenshmirtz finds Perry, of course, hacking into the computer for it, and he actually manages to figure out the secret passcode, and he flips Doof onto it, which is causing it to malfunction, and the place is exploding, the observatory. And then, basically, the laser hits the stakes, and it heats them up, and then boom, blows it up. Candace is back into her normal clothes, and the mom and dad come, and of course, they tell them that there's no stake. They couldn't find any stakes, but lo and behold, stakes fall from the sky. And here's where I was talking about. The 2 rappers that were thinking Candace was not actually serious of having squirrels in her pants, and we're just thinking she was just, that's what's with the moves and stuff. But no, it really still bugs me that these 2 rappers did not actually help Candace. Because, right, like, she had literal squirrels in her pants and just freaking out over it. And basically, these 2 rappers did not even help because they thought she was just making it up. But no. And then Jeremy comes over to check on Candace because, well, that's what couples do. And of course, that's what me and Cassie are going to be doing as well. And then we see a happy ending on this episode. And once again, Susie is about to do Candace, but thankfully stakes come out. So yeah, that was the episode. What do you think my favorite part was? Basically the song and the whole kind of Candace trying to get the squirrels out segment, just because I love the song, right? I did love the song. It is catchy. It was definitely catchy. And basically, Candace, I don't think, was not having fun with that, right? Having squirrels inside of her pants. I don't think she was literally having fun with squirrels in her pants. But hey, at least she got them out, and they're not dead somehow. So you guys, let me know in the comment section down below this video. And guys, what do y'all think? Do y'all like this episode, especially with the Squirrels in My Pants song? Because that's definitely one of the reasons why I love Phineas and Ferb. And also, who else does not like Jeremy's sister, Susie? Let me know. Please let me know. Thanks for watching. See you next video.